it did get me where I've gotten to where I can kind of predict what's going to happen and who's going to resurface. The surprise at the end of this one did take me for a little bit of a spin. Essentially, the teacher is about the female main character. Her and her husband both work at a high school, and she doesn't quite feel like her husband's into her, or that she was ever really worthy of having this like handsome husband. Remember, I told you that Frida's really good at writing a desperate male-centered character. But essentially, she gets wind of her husband having some nefarious goings on with a student in their school. And so she sets out to kind of take her husband down. I'll leave you with that and say, as for a thriller, I gave it 4 stars. And then, of course, we're still reading Boy in the Black Suit. We're still reading Catcher in the Rye. Does it get better? 'Cause yuck. For work. And then I picked back up because I had just briefly started it. Coffin Moon. I can't think of the author right now, but I'll put it up here. Oh, that is a good vampire themed book. Not cheesy, not vampire / werewolf as far as I know. Just like a good solid vampire horror. It does take place in the 70s, which was a turn off at first, but I pushed through and I'm fine now. About a man. He works at a bar. It's his in-laws bar. And he's married to, their daughter. She does not work at the bar. And they also have their niece in their custody now because the mom of the niece is locked up. So they have this teenage niece that they're trying to parent. Meanwhile, there's some shady stuff going on at the bar. And the main character is trying to suss out, like, why is this biker gang hanging out in the bar and acting all kinds of crazy all of a sudden. He finds out this is just at the beginning that they're selling drugs out of the bar, and he's like, we can't have this. And he's telling his in-laws, like, we can't have biker gangs selling H out of the back of the bar. Are you nuts? Because the in-laws are the dad's kind of sick, and it's the mother-in-law that's like, let it slide. And he's like, why is she trying to let this slide? This doesn't make sense. And I'll leave you with that. But I will tell you, so far, this could be like a 4.5. 4 to 5. Something in that range. It's really good. I think I'm at 60%. What have I been eating? I made some blueberry banana egg bites. And I ate them for a couple days and then they looked funny. And so I asked Echo, I was like, how long are you supposed to eat these for? And apparently they're only good for 3 days after you make them. And I can't just make 3 days of food at a time. I have to make my 5 days. So I guess I have to, if next time I make them, I'm going to have to set back some and freeze some. Because I ended up throwing away a bunch. But they were good. And then, I had the best lamb chops on our way back from whatever town we were in. I don't know, it was a little town. And I think we stopped in Iowa City at a Lone Star. Is that what they're called? The Lone Star Steakhouse. I think there's another one by the similar name. But anyway, they had lamb chops on the menu, and I haven't had lamb chops in probably like 5 years. I used to cook them when groceries were a little cheaper. I don't even remember how I cooked them. It's been that long. But I got Parmesan crusted lamb chops. 5 stars. 5 stars. And we did have turkey burgers. We grilled out on Sunday because it was really nice out. It was 70 some degrees. So we grilled out. We had turkey burgers. I had a couple leftover turkey Wordle, we get to play Wordle, and then I'll have to hear it from all the other classes that they get to play Wordle. And I'm like, well, that's kind of on you guys because you should have finished your work on time, but we can only do it once. I can't do it for the other kids because once you've played it, that's it. Can't play it again, right? Well, at least on my, when I pull it up, it's like you can only view it again. So if you have any other suggestions for a Wordle-like game that'll let you just keep playing, that's free. Actually, the school probably has the other sites blocked, but I'll give it a try. So Wordle, I've been doing extra long fetch sessions with Peps because it's nice out. So he's been breathing heavy almost every day for the last week and a half. We did our cookout. I had my nails off, so I was catching up on my monkey type app. And then we went to Tulip Fest, which is like that little town that I said I don't even know what town it was, but we went to a Tulip Fest. Unfortunately, it was the end of tulip season, so my tulips didn't look great. You got to pick your vase and then fill it, and I picked the 20. There was only, I think there was like a $15, $25, not $50, and I got the $25 one. It's whatever. You already got to pay to get in too, but it's still worth it because they have tractor pull, like all kinds of stuff for kids to do. Tractor pulls, the corn pit where you can, throw your kid in and they just run around in the corn. Which, have you ever stuck your hand in the corn? It actually feels, it's very sensory stimulating. There was a bunch of games, a butterfly house, but those butterflies were not looking good. There was no sign that says like don't touch the butterfly's wings, which I usually see at these, and I think they were like losing their powder. I don't know. So that was really fun. What have I been obsessing about? All these house projects that I have to get done. I told you guys I kind of want to do that one room, like a Halloween theme, and vintage Halloween theme is what I was thinking too. Is like a vintage Halloween theme, and then I could read all my horror and spooky movies, all that stuff in there year round. I could film in there sometimes. It's kind of towards the front, so it's not the best for noise reduction, but whatever. And then we have to get new flooring in our basement, because if you guys remember, my son's cat and dog were down there tearing it up. So we've been getting estimates and trying to figure out how we're gonna get this done. Okay. What am I recommending? Y'all start brushing your dog's teeth when they're younger, because I sucked at brushing Pep's teeth, and now I hate doing it because he resists. I don't know if it's because I didn't start young enough or what, but I'm trying to do it once a week, and I think I'm just gonna switch back over. I was doing like the dental bones. He hates it. He freaking hates it. We did do a lot of touching, so he's not that bad about, being touched and stuff, but like grab your dog's paws, do all the stuff, stick your hand in their food, all that stuff. But the teeth, the brushing of the teeth was not one that I got on early enough, and now we're paying for it. So start brushing your dog's teeth earlier. As for me, I'm gonna keep trying, but I'm also gonna go back to the dental bones. Treating. Okay, I have a couple treats that I got myself and a couple gifts. Much needed because I'm running really low on gum. A friend of the channel sent in some of these Trident Vibes. Trident Vibes. They are sugar-free gum, peppermint, rush gum, regular size, 40-piece bottle. And for so long I did not like peppermint, and I'm starting to like peppermint. So these are the peppermint. I haven't opened it yet. Let's see what they look like. It's kind of loud, sorry. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. This is a Trident Vibe. literally as chapstick, and they last forever and ever and ever too. Convenient mess-free stick relieves and helps prevent chafed skin. Smooth glide, non-sticky feel, paraben and fragrance-free, versatile skincare solution for active lifestyle. It's for chafing, it's for dry, irritated skin, it's for friction and windburn. Cracked heels and feet. I've never used these on my feet, but that's because I use it on my lips. So, like, maybe I would designate one as a foot one, you know, and write just like 4 feet on it. And then this is so cool. Okay, I gotta move a couple things over. This is a bookaroo. A bookaroo. Bookaroo and stuff. Books pouch. Also a gift. And you just put your book and your notebook in here, and then you can put your phone right here or whatever. You could slip an e-reader in here. Kind of like a project pouch. If I'm learning about something and I want that specific book and that specific notebook together, I can put them in the pouch. Just grab the pouch and go. And I think it's in the color, it's kind of like a sage or a cactus. I don't think it says in it. There are other colors. There's cream. Yeah, it doesn't say. But super nifty. So thank you very much. Books and stuff pouch. Slip your journals, books, and tablet or paperwork into this useful soft light carry case with a front pocket and pen loop for those extra bits and bobs. You can carry all your important everyday work, study, or project things together in one stylish coordinated pouch. Look, they even got like a pen loop on the side. And then you can slip like your readers on there. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. And a couple things I ordered. Not fun at all, but generic motion sickness pills. I was low on my motion sickness pills. And typically what I do is I throw one in my husband's car. I'll throw one in my car just for in case he's driving. You know, I'm the passenger in my own car for some reason. And then I'll just keep one in the medicine cabinet here. And I do keep some in my purse for if I hop in the car with a friend. Like, I cannot go without motion sickness pills or we're all going to be unhappy because I'm going to be sick as a dog by the time we get to the event. So, I ordered probably like a 6-month supply. Oh, it's 100 chewable tablets. I don't know why I got chewable. It was just the cheapest option per pill. So I wonder, no, it did say 12 and up because I get special ones for my kid because he's got the same affliction as me. And I have not found generic of his yet, and they're kind of pricey. They don't come very much in a pack. And then I got a new set of nails. These are like a purple to peach. But when they're on, it kind of looks like a nude to peach fade. We'll see when I wear them. Just a little, $7 set, square tipped. And this is the glue that I've been using lately. It is just called Magic Armor. A 2-pack. I think it's a 2-pack for under $7. So it's really affordable. And it lasts just as good as other glues that I've used. So that's it. Succeeding. I have walked every day for over a week now. So I'm kind of starting, like maybe this is the start of my 75 challenge. I've done some pretty heavy duty walking. Mostly outdoor because it was so nice too. This week so far it's been indoor at the school. I have prep 3rd period. I do what I have to do before work even starts. Like what I would be doing on my prep. I get to work early. I do it. And then on 3rd I do my lab. And then I set up a new e-reader that I will eventually show you guys. Now it wasn't a typical setup because it's not a Kindle. So I actually had to watch a couple of videos, but it wasn't hard. But I was nervous about getting it set up, and I will show you guys there's some stuff that I'm midway through, but I'm not going to explain the whole thing to him and then have him start in the middle, so I was struggling. But we did watch Apex. Apex with Charlize Theron and Taron Egerton, and it was pretty good. It's a thriller about, I think I mentioned this, but it's about a woman who's grieving the loss of her husband, so she goes to the Australian outback to, like, they used to do these daredevil trips together, and she's gonna go take her first one alone since his death in the Australian outback. She goes out there, she stops at the gas station before she heads out into the wilderness, and things are weird there. There's some creepy dudes breathing down her neck and stuff, and then there's another guy that helps her with some directions or something, and that's Taron Egerton. She takes off, she goes to the outback, and then she runs into the creeps from the gas station out in the wilderness. She runs into them. I'm kind of like, okay, I'm gonna suspend my disbelief. And then she runs into Taron Egerton, who was kind of nice to her at the gas station, but we see a different side of him out in the wilderness. And then it's a cat and mouse chase. Visually, pretty cool. Pretty cool movie to watch. It was decent. I'll give it that. 3.5 or something. And then I don't know if I mentioned that I watched Bone Temple. I didn't watch it this week. I think I watched it the week before, but I think that I forgot to write it down. And Bone Temple is the 4th installment in the 28 Days Later series, but it's the 2nd installment of the recent ones, if that makes sense. And they're all like apocalyptic, post-apocalypse, zombie themed movies. And in this one, the doctor is kind of forming a bond with one of the alpha zombies. He's been giving him drugs and stuff, and so the drugs are kind of acting as a not a stimulant, but something that would like loosen this zombie's animal brain and allow him to feel a little more human. And so they're forming these connections. Also, one of the little characters from the last one is in this one as well, and he's been captured by a gang of satanic survivalists. I don't know, but he wants out. So you're watching him try to get out of that. Really good. It was actually really good. There is going to be one more. Alright, so if you watched this all the way to the end, thank you very much. I hope that you have a good rest of your day, evening, good night, sleep, and I will see y'all real soon. Toodaloo.